Welcome to Bright Eyes and Face Med Spa. My name is Morgan Van Solkema. I am the physician associate here and the lead aesthetic provider. We have locations in Tannersville and Hazleton. And before I get into what we'll be talking about today in depth, I'm just gonna kind of briefly overview what we offer here. We are a full service professional medical spa. We offer injectables such as Botox, filler, microneedling, PDGF growth factors. We have a professional esthetician who offers facials, laser hair removal, we do IPL. Today, we're going to talk about a few things in depth. The first thing is IV hydration, and the second is laser hair removal. So IV hydration is wonderful any time of year, but specifically when we're in sick season, it gives us that boost that we need for hydration and also all the vitamins that we often become deficient in. So I'll go in depth later about all our different IV drips and which ones might benefit you depending on what symptoms and how you're feeling overall. Today I have a patient here with me and he has some complaints of just general fatigue and tiredness. So, after all these months of snow and working hard, we talked about a variety of vitamins that would be helpful for him. First and foremost, vitamin C is wonderful. It's an antioxidant that is beneficial to all of us. It boosts our immune system. So we're gonna put that in his IV drip today. The second thing we're gonna put in his drip is zinc. That is wonderful for supporting our immune system to help prevent and decrease the length of illness that we have. We're also going to add glutathione to his drip because he often experiences dry eye. So although IV hydration drips will not get rid of dry eye, we can support that tear production with extra hydration, as well as some of these vitamins that are really beneficial to our ocular surface. So glutathione is wonderful for that. It's an antioxidant. What else are we putting in your drip? We talked about B complex, and that is wonderful. It's B1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. It's great for overall vitamin health. And the last thing that we're going to put in is B12. A lot of people are deficient in B12, but it's really going to help boost his immune system and combat that fatigue and overall tiredness that he has. When we come back from break, I'm going to start his IV, and I'll infuse the IV bag, which we do for every single patient here. After we go over his medical history, we thoroughly talk about any existing issues he has. We'll talk about what vitamins we put in, and then we'll place the IV line. It's quick and painless, and IVs run for about an hour, so let's get that going as soon as we come back. Welcome back to Bright Eyes and Face Med Spa. Earlier we talked about all of our different services that we offer and a few of the things that we're going to talk about in depth. So the first segment is we're going to talk about IV hydration. It's the perfect time of year to get that boost of hydration and vitamins. We already discussed all the vitamins we're adding, so now I'm going to add it to the bag. We infuse every single bag individually for every patient, so it's catered to exactly what your body needs. So now this bag has everything that he needs. It has the B complex, it has B12, zinc, vitamin C, and glutathione. He has a wonderful flow rate. He's happy, he's comfortable. Are you warm enough?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you can get a little chilly as that hydration runs through you, so we give you heated blankets. And we also have massage chairs to make you nice and comfortable. takes about 45 minutes to an hour to run, so he can sit here, have some snacks, watch TV, and browse our other services if he chooses. I'm gonna go over just a few of our IV drip options so you can find something that would work good for you. So you could always just get the Essential, which is our drip that is purely hydration, or you can build on it from there. We have a couple varieties with specific vitamins in each, and don't forget that you can always customize your own as well. So one of the most common ones we have is the After Party. It is phenomenal for if you drank a little bit too much the night before, or you just feel nauseous and tired. It has a ton of wonderful vitamins like B complex, and it also has nausea medication if you choose to add that in there. We can also add some medication to help with any headaches. We have a IV drip called the Clean Slate that is wonderful for an antioxidant. So it has glutathione, like we put in this drip as well. That really helps our cells to just function better, clean out some of that waste. We have one called the Power Plug, which is super popular, especially for the fitness crew, for people who work out a lot. It gives you that boost of energy that a lot of people need. It has all of our B vitamins in it. It also has NAD. It's a really common peptide that people talk about nowadays. It is wonderful for adding that boost of energy. NAD is important in our cells to help them function better. We also have just NAD drips by themselves. Because NAD is such a wonderful therapy, we have a variety of dosages that you can get. So you can start low, and every time you come in, you can get more and more of that NAD in your IV drip, and you'll notice significant results over time. Another option you can do after the IV drip is we have take-home peptides. So you can also add NAD as an injectable peptide at home, which is a great benefit in addition to that IV hydration. So you're getting more of that energy boost on a more regular basis. We also have the Shield, by far the most common IV drip that we're doing right now. The Shield has all of the immune system vitamins, so vitamin C and zinc and vitamin B12. It helps ward off all these illnesses that are going around in the winter and gives you that hydration that a lot of us need at this time of year. We have the Fountain, which is a really popular one for all patients, but especially patients who are into hair, skin, nails. It has all the peptides and vitamins that we've mentioned already, including that glutathione, which is wonderful for our skin. Last but not least, we have the Burn, which is really popular for, again, that fitness weightlifting community. It has a metabolic support, so it doesn't necessarily make you lose weight, but it definitely aids in that the metabolism process to keep your metabolism going and healthy. And then I don't want to forget to mention, we have a few that we specialize for the eye. So since we're associated with the Stroudsburg and Hazleton Eye Specialist practice, we have a few that support the ocular surface for things like dry eye and macular degeneration. Again, they will not fix these disease processes, but they're really just a supportive function for that ocular surface. They contain glutathione, like we discussed that this patient is getting to help his dry eye. And then they also have things like magnesium for that overall muscle health, and vitamin C as an antioxidant, which also helps that ocular surface. And from here, you can kind of pick and choose. You can take any vitamin out, you can add more in, whatever it fits your health needs the best, we can cater it for you. Our IVs are very affordable, and they really just help overall health, and you'll feel much, much better in the next 12 to 24 hours after you get them. Now we're going to go in depth about laser hair removal with our esthetician. She's going to discuss what laser hair removal is, what patient population it's good for, and kind of the details about when you need to get it done and where you can come in for it.
name is Victoria, and welcome to another segment of Bright Eyes and Face Med Spa. I'm our licensed esthetician here, and we are going to be learning today about laser hair removal. So laser hair removal is a procedure that is done to target the follicles and specifically kills those follicles to minimize hair growth. This is a session that can be done in 6 to 12 sessions for optimal hair loss. And the perfect candidate is usually fair-skinned with dark follicles, so then the laser is easily targeted. Today we have Chloe. She is going to be our candidate for laser hair removal. So we are going to be laser hair removing her upper lip. It is a small portion of skin, but it is where a lot of people experience dark hairs. So those are typically considered terminal hairs, and those terminal hairs are best for laser hair removal. Laser hair removal is done best when you have a freshly cleaned and freshly shaven canvas. You want the canvas to be freshly shaven because the follicle, if you do not, the laser will indicate all of the hairs that are outside of the skin instead of the hairs that are penetrated into the skin. So we remove the hairs at the surface to make sure that the laser is able to get deeply into the layers of the skin and kill the actual follicle itself. So we're going to just prep it with an antibacterial. Going in and removing the actual hairs. Because it is a laser, we are going to make sure that we use some eye protection today. So we are going to gear up. Looking good. All right, so now we're going to dive right into our laser hair removal machine here. So we are going to be working with the Trio today. This is a specific laser that has a stacking option, so we can see the optimal amount of laser wavelengths. So this one is able to do anywhere from 2 to 6. And in particular, we are going to be going in, choosing a face. This one in particular was already set to Chloe's Fitzpatrick scale, which tells us her hair color, her skin tone, and what kind of hair it is that we are laser hair removing today. So hers are going to be darker hairs, but they are more fine. So we are going to do her fluence range around 7, and we are going to stack that twice, making sure that we prep Chloe's upper lip with our ultrasound gel. This just helps give the machine itself a very cohesive glide and makes it a little less painful. This machine in particular is equipped with a cold tip. So because lasers tend to be warm, using the cold tip does help kind of make this a more seamless and painless experience. So to the touch, this is going to be very cold, and it just kind of helps combat any kind of thing that might be uncomfortable. So now we're gonna dive right in. Checking any kind of erythema or uncomfortability of the client, and then we're going to go in with a second pass. And just like that, in simple 6 to 12 sessions, Chloe will have no hair growing in her upper lip, and she will be bald by summer.
And I have to say, after getting it done, all I could feel was the cool tip. No pain whatsoever, seamless, easy.
So Chloe's aftercare for this is going to just be to minimize any kind of sun exposure and to be sure to keep any kind of makeup off of the skin for at least 12 to 24 hours. Other than that, she's going to avoid tanning beds and any kind of irritating actives. And then I will see her again in about 4 to 6 weeks. So for a first-time client, we typically start with a more moderate laser setting. This is just to kind of monitor how the skin's going to tolerate the laser, how the client will tolerate the laser for heat, just uncomfortability, erythema, anything like that. Following that, for the next 24 hours, you can occasionally experience some under-the-skin ecchymosis, pinpoint bleeding. Typically, that will resolve within the first 24 hours. A lot of the times it is just the laser actually indicating the follicle itself. If it kills it, occasionally it will leave a little bit of blood behind, but once it kills and targets that follicle, it won't come back. So clients typically will get anything from their arms, legs, bikini, Brazilian, armpits, and upper lip. Those are usually the number one regions that my clients have, but I will say the most common is typically the underarms. It is really, really easy to remove. Takes 10 minutes to have that session done, and then it's something that you're not worrying about when you're wearing tank tops or bathing suits or anything of that nature. We offer packages of laser hair removal in sets of 6, depending on the body size. So we offer packages in small, medium, and large. That is going to be optimal anywhere from 6 to 12 sessions to get the maximum amount of hair removal. And then that is done anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks apart. 4 to 6 if it is a facial part, 4 to 8 if it is a body part. We typically will monitor this on a client-to-client basis and see how quickly a client's hair grows. We monitor this in 3 different hair stages, so each hair stage is very important because the laser will only kill and indicate if it is in one of these stages, and that's why it is done on a client-to-client basis.
Today, we went in depth about IV hydration and all the wonderful vitamins and nutrients that we can put in it to help your overall health. And we also discussed laser hair removal. It is the perfect time for laser hair removal. Get ready for the spring and summer so you're nice and smooth. And I just wanted to remind everybody that we have 2 locations. We have Bright Eyes and Face Med Spa in Tannersville and in Hazleton, so you can come see us at either location anytime. We're open 5 days a week. Feel free to give us a call. And you can also follow us on Instagram to see a ton of wonderful before and afters to kind of see what treatment might be best for you. And stay tuned for our next episode to discuss another special treatment that we offer here at Bright Eyes and Face Med Spa. Thank you for watching.